here we are somewhere hidden away in Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania. And we're not here to look at that Honda, although it's a classic car in its own right, 1980 Honda 3-door. But we're here to look at even a greater classic that's tucked away down back behind there. So hold on to your hats, because here we go. Okay, here we are. We are somewhere in Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania, and we're going to show you a car that has not seen the light of day for how long, John?
Oh man, I would say probably about 76.
Okay.
Till I moved it here from California, it had light and day, but 1976 is when I took it off the road.
And when's the last time you actually started it?
I would say about 2 winters ago.
Okay.
I'd come down and get it started every week, at least once a week, and then I guess I got lazy and quit coming down so much. But
okay.
I need to put a new set of points in it. I think that's all I need.
Okay, well, we're going to uncover this car, and John's going to tell us a story about it as he's uncovering it.
I bought it in 1964 in Pennsylvania at a company out in State College. North Atherton Street used to be called Jack Beasley Ford, and a state trooper owned it, and he only had it a little over, not quite a year, and because it's a 1963, and when I bought it was 64, and it had, I believe, roughly 1,800 to 2,000 mile on it, and I drove it quite a bit the whole time I was a teenager growing up. My wife and I, when we got married in 64, this was our honeymoon car, our wedding car. We had the top down for our wedding, and when I went to put it up that night, they had confetti and everything in the back. They unhooked the boot, and we just got showered with confetti. Paper hole punch is what it was.
Oh, wow. Somebody went to a lot of work.
Yeah. My brother-in-law ran a print shop in
okay.
Penn State, and he was able to get the paper punch. So, but
John's going to show us the engine now.
This is a 327.
Motor has never been out of the car, has it?
Nope.
So this is original,
Everything's original, but
unrebuilt.
yes, but the carburetor's new. When I had a fellow help me get it started when we were in California.
Okay.
So he put a new master cylinder on, a whole new distributor going down, and the carburetor. And I had to put a new gas tank on.
It still has points in the distributor, no electronic ignition here. This is all original. And this, if you guys will look down here at the heads on that motor, that has a double hump, which means it's either 194 or 202 intake valves, the same as the fuel injection motors had. High compression heads. And you can see those valve covers, even though they're dirty, they were originally chrome.
I have a chrome air cleaner too, but that's not the original one. I have it somewhere here. Oh, right here it is. This is came with it. That's the original air cleaner.
There you go. Just like it came from the factory. Okay, John's going to give us the rest of the tour around his car. This is a 1963 Impala, and not just any Impala, but it is a convertible.
This is the second top on it. Okay. I had to have a new top put on. And every time it's in storage, these back windows get foggy, so back window's foggy on it.
Still got the original
hubcaps.
S hubcaps.
Yeah.
And there's the emblem on the side of the car.
A friend and I painted it one time, and we actually 2 times. We when we got it painted, about 2 weeks after it was painted, some woman ran a stop sign and kind of took that one corner, so we had to get it painted again. And he was driving it at that time. So I do get itchy to get it out in the road again.
For you guys, this is not staged. This is the way it normally is. John has graciously opened his private hiding place. And look at the chrome on this. This has not been re-chromed, not redone. Taillights are all original, right, John?
Everything's original. As far as the chrome taillights.
And did this have factory dual exhaust?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it did.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Can you open the trunk for us?
Yep. I have to get my key for my winter tires when we were here in Pennsylvania.
John is planning on doing a little bit of restoration work. You can see he's got a little bit of rust back in there because this car was a driver. This
Yes, it
was
was.
not a show queen.
This is the original shifter. Muncie, I believe it is.
Yep.
And I put a Hurst shifter in it.
Nice.
So
Good thing you kept the original.
yes, I saved the original to that.
But now even the Hurst shifter is a vintage item now.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
And are those headers, were they new or used?
They were used. A
Okay.
friend of mine in California gave them to me, and we were going to put it on. Then I decided just going to let it strictly.
Yep. And were they made to fit this car?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. Yep. And the trunk light still works.
Yeah, look at that. Trunk light still works. Nice. Okay. Now John's going to show us the inside of the car.
And here's the inside. I have a record player that mounts underneath that I bought back in the probably late 60s. Plays 45 RPMs.
Yeah, and it was the brand name was Muntz.
I
right?
believe
No?
mine, it says RCA on it,
Okay.
I believe.
And there you can see the dual pedals on the floor and the 4-speed factory tack.
Factory tack.
I'm going to have to go and look at it from the other side.
Okay.
And you were telling me about the record player?
Yes, I have a record player that I bought. It mounted under the dash. I took it out but it plays 14 records upside down. And when we used to cruise the streets of Bellefonte, when they had cruise, we drove around the block before I was married and I met my wife. And I would always have the record player going and people would pull up and say, "What station do you have?" "I have a record player." And then I'd have to go to the closest gas station, pull off, and so they could see my record player. I think at that time I was about the only one.
And now it has, let's see, well, just over 100,000, 100,000, not 1,763 miles.
Yep.
So it has about as many miles over 100,000 as it was when you bought it.
Yes.
So you've put on about 100,000 miles.
Yep. Yep. And it has power windows in the back, and this is how the state trooper ordered it. I don't know why. Crank windows in the front and power in the back.
Wow. That is interesting.
I'm a little slow right now, I think.
Probably cold.
Yeah, it's cold.
It's chilly down here. That's okay.
Yep. But the boot's original for when the top goes down. That's the original boot. But this was our only car that my wife and I drove when we first got married. And I had a friend, he drew me some pictures. Pencil pictures.
Okay, this is John and his wife when they got
Antoinette.
married, Antoinette, back in 1964.
That's right. That was the year I bought the car.
Back seat of the car.
Yep.
And let me take you over and show you these neat pencil drawings. A friend of his did for him. One with a top up, one with a top down. Don't get much better than that. Now, I have a special friend that lives in Washington State, and actually his name on YouTube is 63 Impala.
Oh, I think I saw that when I was looking.
He's on my link, yep.
So I have to click on his to see his car,
Yep,
right?
he has a 63, I think his is an SS, but it's a hardtop, and his is red instead of white.
Door hardtop.
Yep. And so there you have it, 63 Impala and our peak. This is what I promised I would bring up a couple of weeks ago. And we want to say thanks to John
Well, thank you.
and for taking us down in his hideaway somewhere in Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania.
And I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you.
All right, bye now.